In a world consumed by chaos, where men are judged by fleeting achievements and fragile reputations, there lies a deeper battle, one that few dare to confront. It is not the battle against others, but the war within. We stand at the edge of this conflict every day, struggling not with the world, but with ourselves. And it is here, in the silence of our minds, that true strength is forged. The path of a man is not shaped by the approval of others or by the accumulation of riches. No, it is carved by something far more profound, the mastery of one's soul. Today we embark on a journey to uncover the 6 timeless skills that every man needs in life. Skills that, once harnessed, will shield you from the storm of emotions, grant you unshakable fortitude, and propel you towards a life of unbreakable resolve. These are not talents gifted by nature or luck. They are forged in the fires of discipline and reflection. They require us to face the hardest truths of our existence. And in embracing them, we will find the strength to stand, not above others, but above ourselves. This is our journey. This is our call to greatness. 1. Mastering the art of perception. Perception is not reality, but it shapes our reality. Most of us live like prisoners to our emotions, reacting to every slight, every challenge, every perceived injustice. But the true master of perception understands that we are not disturbed by things, but by the views we take of them. Epictetus taught us this timeless truth: it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The first skill every man must develop is the ability to control how he perceives the world. Do not let your emotions cloud your judgment, for a clouded mind is the playground of fear, anger, and despair. Learn to see things as they are, not better, not worse. And once you do, you will move through life with the clarity of a man who cannot be shaken by the whims of fortune. 2. Harnessing the power of silence. We live in a world that values noise over wisdom, where men speak to be heard, not to understand. But a wise man knows that silence is a weapon far more powerful than any word spoken in haste. Seneca once warned us that speech is the mirror of the mind, and often the mind is clouded by passions we barely comprehend. The second skill is silence, not the absence of words, but the mastery of when to speak and when to remain quiet. When you hold your tongue, you not only learn more about the world, but you also gain power over your own emotions. In silence, we hear our thoughts more clearly, and in that stillness, we find the strength to act with intention, not reaction. Cultivate this skill, and you will become a fortress, impenetrable by the fleeting storms of others' opinions. 3. Enduring pain and adversity. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. This is the Stoics' creed. Life will bring you hardships. It is not a question of if, but when. The difference between a weak man and a strong one lies in how they endure these trials. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." The skill every man must master is the ability to endure. Pain, both physical and emotional, is temporary, but the lessons we extract from it can be eternal. View adversity not as a curse, but as the very material you are meant to shape into your greatest strength. We are not here to avoid pain, we are here to grow from it. In every challenge lies the seed of transformation if you have the will to endure. 4. Controlling desires and impulses. Desires are like flames left unchecked. They can consume everything in their path. A man who is ruled by his impulses is no man at all. He is a slave, driven by fleeting pleasures and base instincts. True freedom, the Stoics tell us, comes not from satisfying our desires, but from mastering them. Seneca, with unwavering wisdom, remarked, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." The fourth skill is the mastery of self-control. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, we must learn to delay, to resist, to deny. It is through restraint that we find strength, and through self-denial that we become our truest selves. Let us not be ruled by the fleeting, but by the eternal virtues that govern the soul. 5. Living with purpose and direction. A man without purpose is like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly through the waves of life. Purpose gives us direction, it gives us meaning. But more than that, it shields us from the despair that so often accompanies an empty life. Epictetus reminds us, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. The fifth skill is the ability to live with purpose. Every man must determine his own path and pursue it with unwavering conviction. It does not matter how long the journey is, nor how difficult the road may become. What matters is that we walk it with intention, every step drawing us closer to the man we are destined to be. Without purpose, we are nothing, but with it, we are unstoppable. 6. Conquering fear of death. To live in fear of death is to live in chains. A man who fears death is a man who has not learned to live. The Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius, constantly reflected on their mortality, not to dread it, but to be reminded of the fleeting nature of life itself. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. The sixth and final skill is the ability to conquer the fear of death. When you accept that death is inevitable, you free yourself to live fully. You stop clinging to the trivial and focus on what truly matters. Every moment becomes precious because it is finite. We are not here forever, but while we are here, we must live like warriors, not afraid of the end, but grateful for the fight itself. We have walked the path of self-mastery, exploring the 6 vital skills every man must carry through life. These are not just lessons to be learned, they are weapons to be wielded, shields to protect us from the chaos of the world. They will not come easily, nor will they arrive without struggle. But nothing worth having ever does. During our perception, we become immune to the opinions of others. In embracing silence, we discover our inner strength. In enduring pain, we transform suffering into wisdom. In controlling desire, we free ourselves from slavery to impulse. In living with purpose, we walk a path that no storm can divert. And in confronting death, we learn how to truly live. These are not the skills of ordinary men. These are the virtues of those who seek to rise above mediocrity, to stand firm in the face of life's greatest trials. And as we cultivate these traits, we become something more, a force, unyielding and immovable, bound not by fear, but by the conviction that we are masters of ourselves. The battle for greatness is fought within, and we fight it together. Every day, in every moment, we are forging ourselves into men of fortitude, men of purpose, men who fear nothing. Let this be our legacy, not in what we achieve, but in who we become. This is the call. And now, it is time to answer it.